What's going on, Sha?
I got an inquisitive cat situation going on right now.
Hmm.
She was sleeping fine,
Okay.
and then immediately you were like, "Are you ready to rock?" And I said, "I'm ready." And I just saw her head pop up over the back chair, like, "Ready for what?" And
I dig that. I've had a semi exciting morning
oh yeah,
unintentionally. Yeah.
okay,
My niece and nephew are staying over this weekend,
oh
and
nice,
yeah, like I mean, week I guess it's like middle of the week, but
oh sure,
July 4th-ish. They've been hanging out.
mm-hmm.
Uh, my niece is 4, but she's at that age where like she doesn't know how little she is. So like when she fell asleep, like we put her in our bed and she like stretched out on my side. So I slept in the
Oh,
sofa.
okay,
Uh like the last 2 times that like she slept over, like she kept rolling on top of my back. I was like, I can't sleep like this. Okay.
okay,
So yeah, I was like preemptive. I was like, shorty, like you two share the bed. I'm going to sleep on the sofa.
mm-hmm.
I pass out super late. I wake up on 2 hours sleep. My face was facing the end of the sofa.
Okay,
Like I'm facing the wall of the sofa, right?
mm-hmm.
Like I'm not looking out into the world. I'm sleeping into the corner.
Right, got
And
it.
my nephew, who's 8, taps me hard at like 7:30 repeatedly.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, Uncle G, Uncle G, Uncle G. And I'm like, what's up? He's like, I just wanted to know if you knew where my glasses were. I was like, how, my man? How? Where do you see my face at right now? B? What led you think that in here I had that knowledge? You know? And he's like, I know. He's just, you know stuff. I was like, I hear you. I appreciate the vote of confidence. What's up? But at this moment, I promise you, I'm not the best source for this information.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I was not quite as high on the youth at 7:30 this morning.
Sure. Who is
You
really?
know,
Hmm.
but then 5 minutes ago, I stepped out to get water, and my
Hmm.
phone rings, and I get a call from my kid sister. So
Okay.
youth, but not that youth, but still in the youth compartment. She's in her early 20s.
All right.
And she calls me. She says, Gastor, I need you to be quiet for a second. And I'm like, okay, you called me, but what's up? You know what I
Right. Okay.
mean? Literally, this is verbatim. She's like, Gastor, I need you to be quiet for a second. I said, okay. And she said, I just need to tell you, I'm not going to tell you what about, but you were right. And it's annoying because when it was happening, all I kept hearing was your voice. And I did what you said because you were right. And I just want to give you credit, but I don't want to tell you too much because then you'll hold it against me. You'll hold it
Right.
above me or whatever.
Right.
But as your sister, I want you to know that I listened. I did the right thing because you were clearly right, and I have to acknowledge that. But don't say nothing.
Okay.
And then she hung up the phone. I was like, all right, I'll take it.
You know what? That's beautiful.
Real
I
talk.
love that so much. So we're back up on with the youth then.
Yo, real
Yeah.
talk. Like I was like,
Okay.
I
We're
went full
back up.
circle. I was like, all right,
Okay.
I'm with y'all. Real talk. She's like, I can't give you this. I can't give you the full W because
Hmm.
you'll hold it over me forever. But
Do
like, I
you
gotta acknowledge it.
do you think there is a world where you will be able to get full props because you will not hold it over someone's head?
With my siblings, yes, but not right away, admittedly. Like and I told her, like, I texted her before coming back on the show. I said, yo, being real, I don't need the credit as long as you're listening as a person. Like,
Right.
as your sibling, know that I'm always gonna tease you. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, in the moment, yeah, I'm gonna like want to joke. But like
Hmm.
sincerely, if what I've told you helps you, you don't need to give me credit ever. Just I'm happy you're listening. And I left it
Right.
at that. Cause I,
Yeah.
I do care. Like she is my kid sister. But like, I also like I enjoy like our battles. They're fun. We get to rib each other. She's a genuinely smart person.
Hmm.
Um, but also she's a kid. And every now and then, like I have like legit life advice. And I'm like, yo, like I've gone through that. I would like for you not to go through that.
Hmm.
Um, she gets mad specifically because during our combos, so in my relationship with her, she is the me in the sense that she's the loud,
Yes.
overly like
Yeah.
I believe in everything I'm gonna do type thing. And that's dope. Like she's at that age too. I think that's great. Like you should
Mhm.
feel a bit invincible still.
Right.
Um, and she's noticed that I'm like, yo, like I'm gonna let you have that energy. I love that. I love that you're ambitious. You got your masters, you out here pursuing the world.
Mhm.
So she's noticed that like I don't say much. I just say congrats, good job. And the few times I say something, it's always like you should probably not do that.
Right.
you know, and she's like, I hate when you do it because you don't do it often. And I was like,
Right.
exactly. She's like, because I was like, yo, like I keep it quiet because I've messed up a ton. So if I'm
Mhm.
telling you something, know that I thought about it a lot.
Right.
And like I'm really sure I'm right. And I'm like, realistically, one out of like 40, 50 of these, I'm gonna still be wrong. I'm a human. But
Right.
like when I tell you, like, yo, watch it, it's
Mhm.
because I'm so sure because I went through it. I saw a ton of other people go through it, and I don't want my kid sister to go through it.
Right.
So she's like, "Oh, I hate when you call me out or something because I just hear your voice the
Mhm.
rest of that situation."
Yeah.
So that's what I know. This was related to one of the like last 3 to 4 things that I advised her on,
Mhm.
and like, but that those things could take place over like a year because I genuinely don't call her out on a lot of stuff. So she's like, yo, I had to give you credit. She's like, I'm not gonna tell you what it is. Don't say nothing. I just gotta call you and say, yeah, you were right. I did what you said, and I heard your voice the whole time. And it was annoying, she said. She specified that. She was like, it was annoying hearing your voice, but I'm glad that like I listened. I was like, okay.
That's
And
great.
straight up, like I was happy. It was a good moment for me and a good moment I hope for her. You know what I mean?
Wow. It probably was a good moment. It must have been for her to even call and acknowledge,
Yeah, I
you
think
know.
so. I'm sure
But
she went through something real,
yes.
and that part of it maybe wasn't so like easy or whatever. But like
Right.
the knowing that she got through it, I think I'm happy for her in that regard.
Mhm.
She said I still didn't go with your advice right away. She said I called my best friend and said, yo, you tell me if you think Gasol is right. and that she said that best friend co-signed you. So I
Yeah,
did
no,
what you said.
you need to have the point of view. You can't just go in blindly with one person.
Yeah,
It
real talk.
definitely needs to be peer reviewed advice.
Amen. I told
So,
and I also told her I was like, yo, listen, like I'm a liaison, but I'm not your counsel. Like you got like your counsel's a crew
right.
usually around your age. Like I'm
And
your sibling.
you only know her in a particular way. But
Yeah,
her friends know her in a different way.
yeah.
So they are more in tune to what she's like in the everyday,
Mm-hmm.
whereas you're more in tune to the situation
Right.
and what you've seen of her and what you've known of her.
Yeah.
So it's not everyday knowledge, but it is like foundational knowledge.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean,
So,
I'm coming from a point of care,
right,
but like realistically, like I'm so much older than you, and I'm not your homie. I'm your significantly older brother.
right.
I'm not gonna know you day to day. I'm just telling you what I've experienced. But
Yes.
yeah, go to your counsel. Let them know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Hit that Greek chorus. See what
Real
they
talk.
saying. Find them three witches over a cauldron. See what they talking about. They know a little something.
Real talk, yo. So she listened to me. Little man disturbed my sleep. So
Yeah,
youngins
yeah, it's a
50-50.
wash. It's a
Real talk.
wash.
I'm with it, yo. We back. Oh
Uh,
man, let's get into the news.
Alrighty.
Kicking us off. A boa constrictor gives birth to 14 baby snakes after living alone for nearly a decade.
No, I don't like that.
Brazilian rainbow boa constrictor in England underwent a process of asexual reproduction called parthenogenesis. The Ronaldo, a 6-foot Brazilian rainbow boa constrictor kept at school in England was thought to be male until the snake gave birth to 14 babies last month. The boa, I like that name for a boa constrictor, Ronaldo, like the soccer player, right?
I
Uh,
guess, yeah,
you
yeah.
know, it's pretty
Yes,
dope.
absolutely. You want to name your reptile with no feet after Ronaldo, the soccer player.
The boa had not had contact with another snake for nearly a decade, so she appears to have undergone a natural process of asexual reproduction called parthenogenesis. The term is derived from the Greek words for a virgin birth. The school said this is the third documented case of this type of birth that it is aware of from a Brazilian rainbow boa in captivity. Ronaldo
Oh.
lives in the city of Portsmouth College, an academic and vocational school for 16 to 8-year-olds, 18-year-olds in southern England, where the snake is used to help train students about how to care for animals. I received a call from a colleague of mine asking me why I had released some small snakes in with Ronaldo, said Pete Quinlan, an animal tech at the college who has cared for the snake for the last 9 years. Quinlan said his initial thought that day, June 21st, was that there had been a mistake. Although it was his day off, Quinlan went in and immediately recognized that the snakes with Ronaldo were baby rainbow boas. Uh, yo, that's dope, yo.
How would that feel if, you came in, to work and your coworker just had like babies around him? And you're like, okay, first, I didn't even know you could reproduce.
Yo,
We've been calling you Ronaldo this whole time.
real talk,
What's
yo.
your actual name? And two, how many more of these are there going to be? Like,
Yeah. Real talk, man. We got paperwork to file, B.
yeah, like what's happening? Do you need a new place to live? Like, what's
Are you
really
claiming
going
all of
on?
them?
Yeah,
Like,
are all these yours, or is this like did you find them out in the field? They showed up in a basket downriver or something like how? Mm.
real talk, man. Did 3 wise men visit y'all? Like, by any
Yeah, what's
chance?
happening?
On the bright side, I guess the students have more snakes to practice on. I don't know.
I guess to see how to deal with a postnatal boa constrictor. I don't know. Yeah, I guess you gotta divvy those up. You can't just have them all in the same pit, can you?
Yeah, I don't know how it works. I'm curious. Can you like take like I mean, there's no way they need this many of them. Can like students win them?
Oh, I don't maybe. I'm looking down in the let's see here. Ronaldo is a very popular snake at school,
Yo,
adding that the students have never taken care of newborn snakes before, so this should be a really good experience for him. Evie Allen, a student at the college who works with Ronaldo, said she was shocked and confused when a friend told her that the snake had given birth.
yeah, they
I
really make it sound like Ronaldo's a coworker and not a
Yeah,
pet.
not like in a tank, like Ronaldo was there with glasses taking notes with him. And she
Yeah,
said,
yo, Ronaldo
I,
works in the lab. You know what I mean?
I genuinely thought he was joking. She said the college intends to keep one or two of the baby snakes and to care for the rest until they have had a few meals and are healthy enough to go to new homes. So they're going to adopt out the other baby snakes.
You gonna break up the family, yo?
Well, I mean, I'm willing to bet that they will eat themselves.
Mm.
That you got 14 snakes and Ronaldo all in just this tiny little tank. I'm sure a few snakes are going to eat the other one. So yeah, you want to keep a couple of babies, see how they do, and then give the other ones some mice until they get strong enough, and give them to other people who want to be snake dudes.
You know, what if
Mm-mm.
this was really like Ronaldo and like he was just trying to like make a soccer team?
Oh, really?
You know what I
That's
mean?
funny because the guy from the college said if you Google Ronaldo the snake now, it seems to be more popular than Ronaldo the footballer. So
Yo, you got 11 players on the pit, right? On the field.
okay, all right.
And then you got 3 off the bench. Ronaldo's older now, so she could be the coach.
She can be the coach.
You know what
Yes.
I mean? You got to watch out for her ankles. You know, her joints, they're a little rusty now.
Yeah, the joints that a snake may have, which I guess is just in the jaw, which counts.
Oh, it's still bad. Yeah, it's still out there. Yeah, real
Man,
talk.
that's wild. But I mean, also just having a boa constrictor around. You know what I mean? Those are the
Yeah.
ones that squeeze the life out of you. Yeah, get those to other houses, but also be careful if you're taking in a boa constrictor.
Yeah, that's and like Ronaldo like was part of the sales pitch for these kids to go to this school.
Yeah, come work with Ronaldo.
Real talk, like during the tour, I promise you they stopped by Ronaldo.
Yeah,
Like, oh, this is
absolutely.
Ronaldo. This is our snake, a boa constrictor. Now, this is gonna be part of the story. Last year, we found out Ronaldo could asexually reproduce, gave birth to 9 kitties. You know what I mean? You could win one of Ronaldo's babies if you're valedictorian. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I would. Oh my god, would you take a snake if someone gave you a snake for free, like a pet snake?
I think so. Real talk. I don't think I would buy one, but I think I would take one. And I wouldn't take it if like I didn't if I just got like handed a snake. Like I need
You need paperwork.
I need paperwork, but I need the container.
Oh yeah, no, no, no. I don't think. I think.
Yeah, like if you just
Yeah,
hand
put
me
it
a
in
snake,
Tupperware, and then
yeah,
yes, for sure,
I
yes.
would just say like I'm not problem solving on it. I need like instructions and like infrastructure. You know what I mean? I'll take it on like that. But like, if you just hand me a loose snake, like I'm good. Like,
Mm-mm.
nah, I
Yeah,
mean, I seen that in Coney Island. I don't need any of that.
yeah.
But
You don't
like,
have to chase me with a loose snake if you think I'm gonna. Not
but
at
you hand me
all.
like a glass a case, so yeah, I can rock with a snake. You know what I mean? Why not? You know
Hmm.
what I mean? Let it loose once a month and like scare the other mice and rats in the block. Like, yo, listen, we ready. Okay. The word is out. Let it shed on the front of my building so that it warns the other like rodents in the neighborhood. Stay away.
Look, I'm not letting them eat any street meat. I'm not doing that.
Sound
Mm-mm.
like a
I will
parent with
get.
hot dogs, yo.
Yeah, no, I will get frozen mice. We can defrost them. And I speak so confidently because I have been in this situation. I absolutely will defrost. They're frozen and like wrapped, like freeze dried in plastic, and then you just put them in boiling water, like boiling bag rice, but it's a
I'm good.
mouse. And then you go ahead and you just put that in the tank and you let that do its thing. But nah, you're not going out there and catching those street meat. You don't know what they've been eating, and now your snake is sick. You know what I mean? It's a whole thing. You got to be careful out there.
It's got to be a separate pot. I'm assuming, right? Like you can't that pot becomes the mouse pot.
Yeah, I mean, I would think, it is wrapped in plastic, so it's just boiling water and you're putting it in there. But yeah, I think for peace of mind,
Yeah, like that would mess with my head
that's
forever.
that's
Real
the
talk.
yeah. But I know it's because I had a roommate who, when I moved in, had quite a few reptiles, and one of them was she did also have a snake that wasn't hers. It was the ex boyfriend who had moved out, and he left the snake behind. She was like, "This wouldn't have been my first choice for a pet," said the woman who had 2 iguanas and a number of bearded geckos or some shit. And I was like, "Yeah, this wasn't the first. Okay." Um, but yeah, so I would put my waffles in the freezer and I'm like, "Oh, what's in that bag?" She's like, "Oh, mice for the snake." And I went, "Well, I mean, I've already paid the first month's rent. I guess I'm here now."
And like, yo, at least they were straight up about it.
Absolutely, because
Real talk.
I would her occasionally her mom would come to where I was working to drop off a bag of crickets to feed to the lizards, to the just live crickets, and I'd have to drive home with a bag of live crickets. And
You know what? I take it back. I'm not taking the snake.
no, yeah, you're not
I
gonna
can't
do
do
it.
none of that. Real talk. If I had a bulk, it's gonna be vegan after a while. Like real talk.
A boa constrictor just squeezing an eggplant. What is that?
Real talk. My boa constrictor gets smoothies, yo. Real talk, yo.
Squeezes them out of the cup. Oh
Yo,
my
Ronaldo's
god.
really big on antioxidants. You ain't know? Real talk, yo. Blueberries meant for those, by the way. I'm on board with that. In
A
other
vegan boa constrictor is so funny. Oh my god.
in other news, police find drugs disguised as Taco Bell burritos during a traffic stop. That's right. A wanted woman was arrested after police found illicit drugs concealed in Taco Bell wrappers and tortillas during a traffic stop in Tennessee last week. The Mount Juliet Police Department said in a statement during the stop, officers seized meth, LSD, THC, and fentanyl laced gummies, pills, and marijuana. Yo, she was doing work.
Oh my god.
Mount Juliet police posted images of the drugs wrapped like burritos. Not your average Taco Bell order, wrote the department. An unidentified 37-year-old woman from Nashville who was wanted in 3 counties was arrested during the stop. Her charges include failure to appear in Sumner County Court, drug possession in Rutherford County, and failure to appear in Wilson County Court.
Look,
Yo, she
here's
she
the
doing work.
thing. She's doing a lot of work, but Even I know this, and I'm as clean as a whistle. If you're going to break a law,
Mhm.
don't break a second law.
Yeah.
So you're going to be transferring all of these tortilla wrapped drugs around. Make sure your license is not suspended. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't have drugs in the car and an expired tag. Fix the one that's fixable,
Yeah.
and then you won't have to get stopped.
Yo,
I
you
don't
know,
I don't know
that's
how to.
something that always bothers me with these articles. Like, I feel like after a certain age, as long as you don't do something weird, cops don't mess with you. Like, I can't, like, on some real, I think I've been pulled over, like a full on pullover. I haven't been
Mhm.
pulled over since I was like 22.
Yeah,
I've
no,
had
that's
cops,
I think that's because of where you are.
yeah,
Yes, because they are absolutely fucking with people in cars.
yo,
Yeah, there was a small town that was the back end of the neighborhood where I was. There was just this tiny town, and um their own city. They had their own court. They had their own cops, 2 cop cars, and they pulled over practically everybody who drove through on their main street, because the main street of their little town um, was also a fairly busy street in general through parts of like Stone Mountain and Decatur or whatever. So people like the speed limit would be say 35,
right.
right? But then you hit that town and it's 20.
Mm,
There's not a, and it's only and the space that's in that town, maybe 2 stoplights.
and
Definitely
they
1
get you.
stoplight, maybe 2. And so they're pulling people over. I had a friend who drove through to go meet us somewhere and got stopped by a cop, and or actually was dropping a thing off, and he was stopped because one of his headlights was out or something like that.
Right.
And like he came over, he dropped the thing off. He's like, "All right, I'm on my way back." Stopped by the same cop on the way back, and he was like, "You literally stopped me 35 minutes ago." And the guy's like, "Oh, I got to give you another ticket." He got 2 tickets for the same
That's,
thing. Like
yeah,
that, you see, it's like so. Yeah, I think it's only because you know that's for small towns, or just heavy car places. That's
yeah,
their stop and frisk.
right, right. That makes sense.
Yeah, so that's how
Because,
they it's not just young. Yeah.
yeah, because like I've gotten pulled over, but like I was clearly in the wrong. Like I got pulled over by the same cop,
Mhm.
like when I was 25, but I was speeding every time on the Jackie. So like, yeah,
Right.
that was fully on me. But
Mhm.
like, just like random like stop checks, like I feel like cops look in the window. Oh, that dude looks like he's just stressed about life. Let him go. Like he's managing a family, and they never like bother me.
So you've never heard like old wives' tales, like don't put a Grateful Dead sticker on your car because the cops will stop you because they think you have weed in your car. You've never heard that?
Nah.
That old chestnut? Yeah, man. Like there are little
Word.
goofy little things like that that you hear as like a teenager, and then to just kind of stick with you until you're like an adult, and you're like, oh, I can't put a dancing bear on my car because that means I listen to the Grateful Dead, which means that I
Right.
smoke out, which means I probably have something on me, blah 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 blah. I mean, yeah, like I definitely,
Huh.
yeah. The reason that I even know the whole break one law at a time thing is because I had a friend who needed me to carry a little something for her and meet her at a place, but she was just like, everyone else I know has suspended licenses
Mm.
or their tags are expired, but your shit's always clean. I never hear about you talking about getting a speeding ticket. Can you just take this to this
Yeah.
person? And I was like, yeah, no, I'll do that. And she's like, you just can't. I just can't have someone who's going to break 2 laws at the same time. And I was like, that's extremely smart. I
Real
had no
talk.
idea that that was a thing, but you are absolutely right.
That's brilliant, yo. Real
Yeah.
talk, yo. We writing the book, Shy. It's happening.
Oh.
Finally, ants amputate their nestmates' limbs to save them from infection. That's
Oh.
right. Some ants chop off the infected limbs of nestmates to boost their chances of survival, making them only the the only recorded non-human animals to perform amputations to save another's life. We already knew that ants are one of the few animals that tend to the injuries of their peers. Matabele ants, for example, can treat infections by secreting an antimicrobial substance produced by special glands. But not all ants have these glands. We wanted to find out what happens with ants that cannot use antibiotics. While closely observing colonies of Florida carpenter ants, Frank's colleague Danny Buffat at the University of Lausanne in Switzerland spotted an ant chewing off a nestmate's wounded leg. I didn't believe it at first. I thought there must be something else going on. Maybe there was a threat, or the ant thought they were attacking an enemy. After analyzing the video footage of the colonies, the team saw even more incidences of amputation. Each time, the amputee showed no signs of struggle. What's more, these amputations only took place when the injury was an individual's upper leg. That's pretty dope, yo.
Okay, first off, my mind is blown that ants are like the only animals that take care of their own. Yo, why do we put so much faith in all of these other animals when they ain't even doing shit? That's
Real
not true.
talk.
I mean, I guess it's not the same as like licking your puppies. I mean, ants are out here like, here, let me get a tourniquet. Like it's wartime. Fucking bite down on this belt and let me and let me
Real
rip this
talk.
leg off for you, and then you can just adjust. This is your new life now, which is wild.
Yo, I
Yeah,
didn't know they was like Saving Private Ryan out there,
I
yo. Like,
know.
yo,
This article, it's given me a lot to think about. Actually, I'm learning so much.
yo, I got a whole new respect for them.
I know, man.
Yo,
I feel bad about poking at their hills because that's it's something you do for fun in the countries. You just fuck up ant hills and then you watch them
yo,
swarm around. And for all I know, it literally is Normandy. Down there. Just-
and all them dudes just going in a circle. You thought it was because they was rebuilding. They got no right leg.
yeah,
You know
they're
what I mean?
just spinning.
They just spinning around.
Oh
You
my
know what I mean?
gosh. Yeah. Oh wow. This truly is kind of mind blowing.
This is kind of dope. I'm with this, yo.
I mean,
If you would like
oh.
to advise more animals to be willing to amputate each other's legs.
Yeah. I'd expect this from bees.
Yeah, yo,
I
real
mean, I
talk.
expect it from ants too, but also I thought bees, but actually bees are also they're all just for the queen.
The
So people
queen,
not.
yeah. I mean, I found out. I was telling you, I was watching the Beekeeper. I found
No,
out that
right?
every beehive not only has one queen bee and a ton of worker bees, but there's one worker bee whose job is to assess the quality of the new bees the queen is making. And if it finds that those bees are of lesser quality than the standard it's set, its job is to kill the queen bee
I
so that there's
can't
a
with
new one.
bees. So
Bees are
how are they?
gangster.
Bees are. I can't.
Yo,
So fucking hardcore. How are they not ripping each other's fucking?
if they don't care about each other, there's gonna be more. That's
Yeah,
the
that's a good
difference. They
point.
not community, real talk.
That's true. Wow.
They different. They on some like they're for real at war.
Yeah, this definitely is two sides of the same coin here. Ants and bees. Like it's so. It's the same energy, but just dispelled in different ways.
Yeah, yo.
Mm.
Real talk, yo. Bees are trying to win. Ants are trying to survive.
Yes, that's it.
Real
Yeah,
talk.
I think
Like
that's it.
bees are like thinking about like future generations. You know what I mean? They're like,
Right, yeah,
nah, my
legacy and
lineage.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and ants are
Real
just
talk.
trying to get it in. They're just trying to get it done. They
Real
just
talk.
keep building without thinking of where this will take us.
Real talk. The Wu-Tang Clan wasn't the killer ants, okay?
Yo, you're right. You're right.
Real talk. They the
I was
killer
just sitting,
bees.
I literally was just sitting there going, "Am I an ant or a bee?" And I'm so sad that that's actually what I will be thinking about for most of the day.
If you would like to read our self-help book, Ant or Bee, which one are you? All you gotta do is like, subscribe to the show, baby. If you're an Apple or Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings. 4 stars. You don't see that this is gonna be the new Venus versus Mars. Small-minded, baby.
Didn't have to be versus, but
5 stars, you see it, okay? It's gonna be crazy. They're gonna add a category Ant or B to like all of the like
personality or dating
personality
apps.
horoscopes, dating apps.
Yeah,
Real
yeah.
talk. I
Oh
see it.
wow, I'm gonna start that now.
Real talk, yo.
Let me start an app so I can.
Ant or B, yo. Real talk.
Yeah.
I like it, yo. It's the future. If you have any articles you want us to cover, please DM us directly on Twitter, Instagram at Silky Jumbo or at Gastor Almonte. Shout outs to sweet Sharon E and FCDLJ. With all that said, I am a proud B, Gastor Almonte. Okay, with I believe an ant.
Yeah, I'm probably an ant.
with my friendly aunt. Okay,
Real talk. Yeah.
Don't mess with her. That's my homie. Okay. All right.
I'll ride on the back of a bee, but we'll both just plummet because the bee ain't even supposed to be flying anyway.
You gonna be in my? I'm gonna tell all the bees in my hood, yo, she cool. Okay. Real talk, yo.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, and your ankle been hurt too, yo.
I know. That's why I literally was like, oh man, someone could have just nibbled this off at the knee and I would have just kept it moving.
Damn, yo, real talk, man. Yeah, that for real hit me, Shot.
If I was a bee, they would have just fucking put me out the pasture already.
No, real talk. They'd have moved on.
Point blank, back of the head. You're no good to the queen. How? The ants will work. You goddamn.
Yo, they would have had you on some Fight Club shit. Like, yeah, remember Shalewa Sharpe. Remember Shalewa Sharpe.
Honestly, that would be a dream. What a dream. To be the Robert Paulson of the... come on. Oh, man. You know, y'all know I love Fight Club. That would be a dream.
Oh, man. Her name was Shalewa Sharpe. This has been an episode of 4 Catch y'all next time. Peace.